Well, my dudes, I'm heartbroken. E3 has officially been canceled. You know, there were times in the past, and I've done a lot of videos on this, where I always held out hope that somehow, somewhere, some way, E3 wouldn't suck. And they couldn't figure it out. They just could not figure it out. Going back to the years that I got to go to be a part of that twice, I loved it. It was a really a lifelong dream of mine to be in that club. So to go and have fun and to play the games and to see some of the swag, even though there was still a very clearly divide of the haves and the have-nots, was a dream come true. And I'm grateful I got to go twice with my wife. Both times I got to go to FanFest. One time she got to go to FanFest. It's a big sob story. You can go back in my old videos and read all about FanFest scandals, and that was kind of a bittersweet time. But needless to say, we did get to go to E3 together. We got to go to that amazing Bethesda after party, probably the coolest single event I've ever been to in my life, where they turned the entire outside area of the studio into the Bethesda Land theme park. Sorry, that's my phone. And man, oh man, was that cool. That's when they introduced Wolfenstein was coming back, and they had little booths set up for all the different games like Fallout Land and Doom Land. I still got the Doom shot glass that they gave me that's got the skull in it, and they were giving out flaming shots, and it's so cool. It's so much fun. Those days are gone. And if what is I'm showing on the screen here to be true, probably gone forever. E3 was definitely plagued with problems. The last couple years, it didn't know what it wanted to be. You had a lot of the big three kind of starting to pull off and do their own thing. And they were really the reason that E3 existed. You weren't going to E3 to see a independent studios booth. You were going to play the latest PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo game. Yes, there were some other mid-tier performers in there. Ubisoft, of course, would be a big one. Square Enix would be a big one. Sega, although they kind of have that partnership with Nintendo now. You had a lot of these kind of like mid-tier vendors. And then slowly but surely, people started to pull away. EA did the EA Play, where they kind of did their own thing at the Palisade, and they went off on their own. Xbox moved across the street into the Microsoft Theater, and they had their own event. Well, it was close to E3. It wasn't part of E3 proper. They went off on their own. Then Nintendo did the Nintendo Direct. Even though they had a booth space and they converted, the last time I ever went, they converted their booth into New Donk City. New Donk City. How cool was that? Everybody was dressed up like the characters, and it was just a fun time to play the new game and see everything, but they didn't do a stage show. The stage shows were also independent of E3, so you were invited to these big press events, like the PlayStation gamers and the really important people got to go. We didn't get to go to that, but we got to go to the booths the next day. But over time, as you saw, it devolved. COVID happened, changed everything. Really showed a reliance on direct to the customer because the customer was locked in their home, right? So they took some time to reassess. They started passing it around, and they landed on a new person who's going to fix it, and they're going to fix it well. And then everybody started pulling out again, including Ubisoft, who's probably the last big person that was going to be there. And Ubisoft pulled out. So this article from IGN, the ESA, the panel who's overseeing E3, released a public statement today. This was a difficult decision because of all the effort we put in and our partners put in towards making this event happen. But we had to do what was right for the industry. It was right for E3. We appreciate and understand that interested companies wouldn't have playable demos ready, and that resourcing challenges made being E3 this summer an obstacle that they could not overcome. Maybe also did not want to overcome, couldn't and wouldn't. For those who did commit to E3 2022, we're sorry we can't put you in the showcase you deserve, and that you're coming to expect from ReedPop's event experiences. And it seems that, you could see the history here. This would have been the first time since 2019, the year that I got to go. The event was canceled, obviously, in 2020 due to COVID. They did a 2021 digital version with this kind of revolving set of hosts, as I mentioned. It was very bizarre. It didn't really have a cohesive feeling to it. There wasn't a big push of games there. They just kind of slapped the E3 logo over other studios doing their own independent things. Then they canceled it in 2022 with the idea of revitalizing it this year for 2023, and that has fallen flat. Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, Ubisoft, really big studios here, companies, decided that they're doing their own separate thing, and basically GG's, man. So rest in peace, E3. It has been canceled. Probably the last time we'll see this go into it. A lot of money went into hiring talent to try to coordinate this, putting money towards reserving the Los Angeles Convention Center, putting together a website, promotional material, content to get people engaged and spun up. And it seems that the decentralization of mankind, thanks to COVID, has once again reared its ugly head. And this time it's happened to E3. Now, does that mean that gaming is going to die? Of course not. That just means that the little direct shows we see, like the Capcom Direct and the Square Enix Direct and all the directs that Nintendo pioneered many years ago, will be the only source of information going forward. And from a purist perspective, I want to believe that, this is a good thing in the sense that we are now starting to divorce ourselves from media telling us what we're supposed to like, and media getting involved in kind of that exclusive backdoor, behind the scenes, behind closed doors stuff that I never appreciated. I like when it directly comes to me. Give me the beta, give me the demo, give me the news. I will decide what it is. I don't need this third-party reporting of, oh, you're not going to believe we got to go into this super secret back room, and while we couldn't take any pictures, we can tell you what we thought. I don't want that. I want to divorce myself from that. So I'm happy about that from a purist perspective, but the hype, the excitement, the emotion, the feeling of the event, that magic, the magic you hear when you go to a sporting event or listen to live music with other people, that whole feeling of community, of we're all here together to celebrate gaming, is largely dissolved now, and that does hurt my heart a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But rest in peace, E3. I'm really glad that the few years you were around, that was available to just a guy like me. I am so glad that my wife and I got to go and have a blast. I still have some of the great swag that I display from that event. I still hold it in very, very high regard, but unfortunately, like everything else, it's just dust and echoes. That wraps up my video today, and I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Let me know if you're happy or sad about E3. You better be sad, because I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.